Okay, so this is the first ever episode of That's Not Coffee, where I will be trying coffee alternatives, things that are coffee. You know, they're supposed to replace coffee, but not actually be made out of coffee beans. And I'm joined by
Albo
and Stuart.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while ago, we made a different coffee alternative with date seeds. Do you remember that?
This is so awful. I have so many awful tastes in my mouth right now.
You don't like the gifts I brought you?
Why do we invite you over? Remember that.
It was horrible.
Yes. So hopefully, I think we did that wrong.
I hope so.
I think we did that wrong because we didn't properly make it. We burned the hell out of it. So instead of attempting to do that again, not knowing what I'm doing, I have a packaged coffee alternative. This is coffee, quote unquote, made out of soybeans. I picked this up actually in the Philippines. It says Masigla Products Soy Coffee, Healthy Coffee. And it's actually instant. So I'm not sure if this is actually going to taste like coffee. It might just taste like whatever, and the milk and sugar is what's going to make it actually taste like coffee. So I say we're going to try this black, and then we'll add milk and sugar as it says it, and see if it does actually have a coffee-like flavor.
Oh. Okay.
It's coffee-ish.
I might have thought that was coffee if it was presented not as soy.
Yeah.
It smells like airplane coffee.
Yeah, very cheap coffee.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a weird smell, but that might be the package.
Ooh.
Do you feel it a little
Yeah.
extra?
There's a little funkiness to it.
Yeah, there's something a little funky.
It says 1 heaping teaspoon to 2 heaping teaspoons, so this is 1 heaping teaspoon. Would you like 1 or 2 heaping teaspoons?
I want to taste it. Let's do 2.
Let's do 2. Okay. It doesn't say how much hot water to add. Okay, that's great. It says add hot water gradually while stirring constantly to dissolve all lumps. Serve while hot. So it gives you an exact measurement of how much of the soy coffee to use, but it doesn't tell you how much water to put in, which means that these measurements are completely arbitrary.
Stir constantly to dissolve lumps.
It's pretty dark. Yeah, last time we made the date seed coffee, that was almost see-through. This is a little bit darker.
It looks like coffee.
It doesn't smell like coffee.
It does not smell like coffee. It's dissolving fine.
It's really hot.
Okay, you can wait. If you like.
And I already took a sip. Oh, weird. Yeah.
Ooh. Have you had it yet? Alright, don't say anything yet, Stu. It's good. Drink it.
Oh, okay.
It tastes like bitter chemicals.
It's really
Do you
bitter.
think someone really drinks this?
They were selling it.
People probably drink it.
Yeah.
I just don't know why you drink this when if they sell it in the Philippines. I'm sure the coffee in the Philippines is amazing.
Well, the thing is this is cheaper, I think.
That's true.
I think it's people drink coffee alternatives
It's also
either.
healthy.
This is not healthy. That is a total lie. People drink coffee alternatives because coffee is expensive or because they can't have caffeine. Now, this has
Right.
no caffeine in it, and that, I guess, would make it healthy.
It's really bitter.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should add some
Now we
milk and sugar.
Let's do that. Alright, milk and sugar has been added, and look at that lovely color. It's this like gray and like inky. Does not like have the same kind of appeal that coffee does. Okay, that helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
That does help.
That does. It actually kind of tastes like coffee now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you gave this to me and said it was coffee, I would think it was just like really, really crappy coffee.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty close approximation.
Yeah, it's
It
not too
tastes
bad.
a lot like really terrible coffee.
So Stu hasn't had coffee in like half a year. So does this satisfy that feeling you get from drinking coffee?
Not even close.
No. So if you miss coffee,
Yes,
you want to drink coffee, but
it's
you're-
true.
you're
I
not-
wouldn't drink this.
You would not drink this like in the morning because like, oh damn, I really want a cup of coffee.
Not
you
even if I was desperate.
you would rather have like water than drink this.
Much rather
Okay.
have water.
So although it does taste like coffee, and maybe if you're like really, really, really wanted coffee and you couldn't, it could help you. On its own, doesn't really satisfy you.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like sweet coffee,
Mm,
and I don't think that this is really drinkable without the sugar.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty bitter.
I mean I like sweet coffee. Like I need lots of milk and sugar, so it's fine. I think what I would do with this is I would mix it with coffee. If you were to like take some of this and you mix it with coffee, it would be fine, and you'd like cut down the caffeine a little bit, and it'd be like cheaper. You can sell cheap coffee by like, mixing in like this. What do they call it when you like, you like cut drugs with something else?
I think it's called cutting it, right?
Yeah, you can. You can cut your coffee with some of these soybeans. Rip off your customers. That's what you could do.
There you go.
But like,
That
yeah.
actually might explain some coffee I've had. If I drank a significant amount, I'd probably get a tummy ache, though.
Yeah,
I don't think it's sitting very well.
I'm like sipping at it, and it's like, it's okay, but it's not. It tastes wrong,
Yeah.
and coffee does not taste wrong. I think it's like that. There's like a chemical bitter taste to this that just makes it.
That chemical thing gives me pause for sure.
But like, okay, let's give this a rating. Okay, I say, out of like a number of coffee beans. Do you want some? No. Out of a number of coffee beans, where like one coffee bean is it does not taste like coffee, and 5 coffee beans means it tastes exactly like coffee. How many coffee beans would it be?
I would say it's like 4 coffee beans.
Really?
No.
But you wouldn't drink it.
No. This is
But
like
it tastes similar to coffee.
good or bad. This is no more than 2 coffee beans worth of similarity.
No,
That's what I would
it's
say.
not. Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're right. It does taste like coffee.
Right, so
It
if
just
the
tastes
question...
like really bad where you don't want to drink it coffee.
Yeah, but I've had coffee that tastes like that.
Yeah.
That is coffee.
I've never had coffee that tastes like this.
So maybe like as a rating of how good it is, this is getting a very low rating. But how
Very
much
low.
it tastes like coffee, you would say it's a little higher on the scale.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got a 2, we've got a 4, I'll give it like a 2.5 coffee beans. So let's say it's an even, a solid like 3 coffee beans for this one on how much it's like coffee. Not really like coffee, but if you gave it to somebody, they'd just think it was like really bad coffee.
If someone gave this to me and said, identify this drink, I would probably have said, oh, this is coffee.
Mm.
But, like, what happened to this
What did you
coffee?
do to this? This is coffee and poison.
It does taste a little bit like poison.
Yeah. So I think the grand answer here is that if you want a coffee alternative, you don't want coffee, soybeans are maybe not the best way to go, but sort of similar to coffee, just not good. Hey guys, before you click out, I just want to talk to you for 1 second. I want to tell you about my Patreon page that I started, okay? Patreon is a way of viewers of my series to contribute and help make my series even greater. So go and check it out. Just click on this screen. Actually, click on these bunnies here to be brought to... Hi, I know! Click on these bunnies here to go to my Patreon page where you can learn more about how to make my series even greater. Come on. They're adorable. Don't you want to click on them? Yes, don't bite me.